What are your teeth and gums telling you about your health? Let's talk about it. Hi, my name is Jeffrey Butts and I'm a doctor of dental surgery, and this channel is all about health and wellness for you to be healthy and wealthy. And today we are talking about the association between gum health, tooth health, and your overall health. All right. There is a correlation, first of all. Now, it seems as though it's hard to directly link gum disease with heart disease. But how about this? Heart disease and gum disease have the same bacteria involved. They have the same bacterial overgrowth involved. Now, there's this system called the lymphatic system, right? And the lymphatic system has more liquid in it than your blood system. The lymphatic system is actually your sewage of your entire body. So all it wants to do is take the waste from everywhere that's got waste, right? And bring it to your kidneys and your liver so that you can excrete it out, pooping and peeing. That's right, I said that. Poop and pee. Is that funny? I don't even know. If you're not doing what you need to do, meaning you're not paying attention to what you're eating, you are not getting proper sleep, okay? You are not exercising regularly enough that your body knows that you love it, okay? You are not having consistent bowel movements, all right? And maybe have bad thoughts, or the media that you're listening to or you're falling asleep to if you're leaving the TV on at night, it's toxic to you, okay? All of these things represent something that you can control, but you're not controlling it. Now, I mentioned the lymphatic system because it would take the bacteria that's in your gums, it would drive down your neck, and it could end up in your heart. Now, I don't have there is no hard evidence that I know of, that I've seen in the research that says gum disease leads to heart disease. It's not necessarily a direct correlation, but we believe, and I'm talking about dental and dentist societies, believe that there is an indirect correlation. So, bleeding gums or infrequent visits or plaque on your teeth can mean that you're setting yourselves up for failure with your heart, okay? One of the most important organs in your body, and that heart disease can get you in so many different ways, all right? So, being that heart disease is one of the top killers of people, and people can go out like that, paying attention to what's going on with your body is very important, and your teeth can be the telltale sign of there's something going on. So let's just keep in mind. So if your gums are bleeding, yes, you have to floss, but let's get you to a specialist or a dentist that cleans teeth properly so they can address that bleeding gum issue, which only means that you have a plaque overgrowth that's associated with a bacterial overgrowth, and know that there's an association with the heart that can happen, and let's just get that stopped and let's get that handled. All right, gum disease is one thing. That's one thing that can go wrong in your mouth. That's like a soft tissue problem in your mouth, but we have teeth in our mouth, okay? And those teeth can have cavities, all right? Now, a cavity is made by a very specific bacteria, okay? This bacteria loves sugar, okay? And if you eat too much sugar, or you can't get the sugar out of your bloodstream, it can cause cavities. So insulin resistance and lack of insulin, type 1 and type 2 diabetes, well, they can make it pretty difficult for someone to not get cavities or avoid getting cavities, right? So a cavity is basically when a bacterial infection has invaded the surface of the tooth. Teeth have 3 layers, okay? The first layer that we see, that's the white, clear-ish part, that's the enamel. The second layer is a yellowish part, which is called the dentin. And then it goes back to like a whitish looking area, which is called the cementum. a cavity only needs to break through 2 layers of the tooth surface in order to be an actual cavity. That's something that is now non-reversible, and you have to get some dental work. You need a crown, or you need a filling or something like that. Well, these cavities are fed by sugar, and the saliva in your mouth can have enough sugar in it, if you have diabetes type 1 or type 2, in order to promote more of these bacteria that we actually need in our mouths at a normal level. But if it goes over the normal level, that's when it becomes disease, and that disease can cause a cavity. Another sign that something could be going on with your body is if you grind your teeth at night. All right, so our term, the dental term for it, is called bruxism. And it's a really involuntary tooth grinding or teeth grinding that happens while you're sleeping, okay? I remember when my daughter was so little, she was sleeping and she'd grind her teeth, and I was like, oh my God. I mean, I wasn't a dentist at all when she was a baby, and I was nervous because I was like, this kid is killing her teeth, because it seems like that grind is seriously a grind. Like, I could hear it. Anyway, when you grind your teeth like that, that could be a telltale sign that you have some stress in your life, okay? Now, stress has many forms, right? It could be a physical form, it could be an emotional form, right? And when you are stressed, it can come out in different ways. Some people can get body aches, some people can get pimples, some people can get sick, or get like a stomach ache, or want to throw up because they're so stressed, right? So stress has many things that can happen to you, and it's an increase of this neurotransmitter called cortisol in our system. And this cortisol can make it so that our blood pressure goes up. It can make it so that we can't fight diseases as well, because now we've lost that ability because we're in a fight or flight mode. And during fight or flight, you are not thinking about healing yourself from some kind of chronic illness or some kind of bacterial disease or anything like that. So when you're stressed and you are grinding your teeth at night, or grinding your teeth during the day, or grinding your teeth when you are having an argument with someone or a family member, it's just saying, you know what, we need to pull this back, because the stress level is too high, the cortisol level is too high, and your grinding is a sign of it. Now, there is another grinding problem that I'm just going to briefly touch on, but it's not necessarily health. It could be that you have missing teeth, and in having some teeth missing, the grinding could be your body is trying to find the balance level in your mouth. And while you're sleeping, if you got a tooth extracted or you're missing teeth, that grinding could be your body trying to find what the point zero is, or what's going to make it most comfortable for them, and that's what that grinding is. But that is more of a mechanical, physio-neurological problem over stress. So I just wanted to mention that that's another possibility of grinding your teeth, but for this video, we're really just talking about stress. So we talked about 3 things real quickly. We talked about cardiovascular disease, we talked about diabetes, and we talked about stress, right? And how your teeth can show you that these things are active in your body presently. How can we cure them? What is the fix? Do you like drugs? Just kidding, just kidding. Although drugs are awesome, and you can ask your dentist or your medical doctor to help you with some things, I suggest that you start with these things, okay? What's your diet like? What's your blood type? What's your water intake? Answer those questions for yourself. How's your sleep? What is your sleep hygiene like? And there's actually a level or a way that someone should be getting up and going down to sleep, so that they have a great 8 hours of sleep, which is a privilege to get 8 hours of sleep, the way that the world is going, the way that everyone has to get up and work and grind. I understand that. Naps are good also, but what is your sleep like? I'm questioning that for you to question yourself. Do you sleep with the television on? Because if you sleep with the TV on, once your consciousness goes out and you are asleep, your subconscious is now listening to everything in the room. And the things that it's listening to, it might not know exactly what it is because your subconscious is like a huge gorilla, like a child, and it believes everything. And your subconscious wants to make you the best life possible because its only job is to keep you alive, the subconscious, and to procreate. That's what it's there for. But if you're giving it wrong signals, wrong messages, the subconscious cannot be your friend at some times, and you don't even know that it's happening. So for sleep hygiene, my humble suggestion is don't look at your phone or watch television about an hour before sleep. And definitely do not sleep with the television on. Now, this is just my suggestion because of subconscious problems that can happen, but these are the things that you can control. Although, I've heard personally, I cannot go to sleep without some noise on, baby. I've heard that, right? And I'm like, but baby, you're sick all the time, okay? It ain't working like this. I need some sleep, baby. And then I'd hear, but I need it, baby. All right, that's the end of that story, okay? All I'm saying is that I know personally that when baby slept with the TV on, I did not get a good sleep. I woke up agitated, little agitated in the morning, and because I just didn't sleep well, and I had things going on during the day that just kind of like popped up like, what is that? Where'd that come from? And I don't know because I was asleep when it was being delivered to me. So look, your sleep is important. Treat it like it's important. Other things that you can do to try to help your health is get some exercise. Exercise is your #1 fight for all diseases, all problems. Now, of course, you have to do the right exercise for you. Not everybody can join a gym or be at a gym, that's okay. But make sure that you're getting exercise in. And I think I talked about this. You could run fast for 30 seconds and then stop. Exercise. You could drop down and give me 30 burpees. Oh, I dare you. I dare you. That's one way to do it also, right? But exercise. You want a mixture of resistance training, which is lifting weights, and cardiovascular training, which would be like I do kickboxing or jogging or running on a treadmill, something like that. But you do want to get your exercise in, okay? You know, another thing you got to do is detox. What is your detox like? Okay, you have to have regular. This is daily bowel movements. Very healthy for you. We have to get the toxins out of your body or your body becomes more toxic. That's just what it is, okay? Sweating is very good. Fasting every now and again is good. You could do it once a week, twice a month, once a quarter, however you do it. But you want to do something that is a conscious way of considering that you're going to get toxins out of your body. And then the last way to take care of your health, I believe, is just making sure that your mindfulness behavior is sound, right? So a lot of gratitude. It's good to wake up in the morning. If you get into a car accident, you're alive, everybody's alive, good. Now we got to deal with some other stuff. You got to have a good attitude. You have to do something for somebody for no reason. Just be beautiful to a stranger or a loved one for no reason. Not so that you get something back, just give something away. Be beautiful. That is great mindfulness behavior. How about reading? Reading is the stuff of kings and queens. I promise you, the more you know, the more people you get to talk to, the more friends you can make, the more help you can be for yourself and for others, okay? Reading the Bible, which has been my new thing of late, reading self-help books, but you want to read quality things, and then really meditation is a great way to help you manage your stress. Meditation has so many great health reasons and health purposes that can help with cardiovascular disease, with diabetes, and with stress, okay? That's really it, guys. You gotta take care of yourselves. Your health is your responsibility. Your wealth is also your responsibility, and you cannot be sickly and go for what you wanna go for. So really just take care of yourselves. And your mouth and your oral hygiene is just part of the things that you can do for yourself to make sure that you're living your best life and being God's gift. That's really all I wanted to say about that, guys. I really appreciate you being so attentive and just listening and always tuning in. I just appreciate you guys coming over so much. So, like and subscribe. Please send this out to some friends. Share it with a loved one, okay? And let's talk about some other things a little bit later.
My name is Jeffrey Butts. I'm a doctor of dental surgery, with the thought in the back of my mind that pretty much nobody wants to go to the dentist. I try to make it as comfortable and as pleasant an atmosphere for someone to come into a dental office, all right? So when they enter the door, they're family already, off the top. I want them to feel safe. I want them to know that they are in an extra clean place. So clean. Not that you should eat off the floor, but I'd like you to think that you could. I notice that people do not just bring their teeth to me, they bring their whole bodies. So we review food, sleep, exercise, detoxification, and mindfulness behavior with the patient. We provide many services here at Camp Creek Dental. We do braces, root canals, and of course I do surgery. Wisdom teeth extraction, surgical extraction, simple extractions, and of course implants, single or full arch restorations should the patient need it. I have acquisition machines. They take digital images without putting a goop in your mouth in order to make an impression. I have a 3D scanner so I could take a better look at canals. I can look at bone. I can look at sinuses. I also do crowns, and I make the crowns here. So I basically have an in-house lab at the office that does lab quality crowns for the patients. We have big bays for our treatment rooms, and the chairs are just super comfortable. We usually have R&B, some hip hop playing. Music helps me move, particularly when some Jill Scott comes on, or some Marvin Gaye, or some Luther Vandross. Having been a rock star some time ago, I've gotten to play to 10 and 20,000 people at a time. I've been to Europe opening for the Black Eyed Peas. My best friend is this guy named Cody Chestnut. Music and dentistry to me are very, very similar. You have to train in order to play the instrument. You have to know the instrument itself, and then you have to also know the application of it. I'm definitely passionate. I'm caring, I'm empathetic. My staff is as caring as I am. I could not do anything that I do without my amazing team. If I was speaking directly to someone that was coming to see me, I would say, get ready for a good time, all right? Get ready for a dental experience like you've never had before, a positive one. Please be ready to accept the laughter and the music and the love that we have for everyone that we serve here.